Hello, Jackie here. The new season is fast approaching. Will Wakehurst FC be ready? Oh yes, they will be. Aaron, as manager, you've 1 year down. You're about to start your second year. How exciting is that? How are you feeling?
I good, optimistic. Excited to get going. Boys have been in now from Saturday. We've three. Tonight's fourth session. So game coming up on Saturday. So we're pretty excited about the season ahead. Which
and
is
I'm
coming
told
close.
the fitness levels are fairly good.
Pretty impressive. Look, to be fair, they were going to be anyway, because I mean we only had like a 4-week break. So the boys made sure that the boys got their rest for the 4 weeks, and they weren't going to lose a massive amount of fitness from the levels that they were at. So we've come back pretty sharp and straight into it, and we're on to go for our first friendly this Saturday.
Of course, you can train all you want, but you have to get matches. And I believe
Absolutely.
you have 4 or 5 pre-season friendlies.
We've 4 penciled in, fully confirmed, starting this week. So we are home to the junior, correct me, I think it's junior shield winners, Greencastle Rovers. So it'll be a nice test for us. Rathcool's come up into the league, and Rathcool and Greencastle would have they sort of fought it out for the league title in the junior division 1, the league just below us. So it'll be a nice measure to sort of see what we're up against with that team.
How do you reflect on last season? It was topsy-turvy, wasn't it?
Was topsy-turvy, yeah. We got off to a bit of a bit more than a ropey start. We lost our first 3. But to be honest with you, I just sort of always knew that we weren't far away. None of them games were far away. And it was only a matter of time before we clicked into gear. And we went on a good run after that. So the season more or less carried on the same way. Good runs, bit of a bad run, good run, bad run. So
You finished up mid-table.
yeah.
That you'll not be happy with that.
No, I'll not be happy with that, because the previous 2 years we'd finished 4th. However, on reflection, when I sort of look at the points tally, I think it was anywhere between like 3rd or 4th, right down to 10th or 11th. There was only a matter of a couple of points. So, yeah, I think a few of the sort of dodgy runs that we had through the season kind of sort of caught us out there a wee bit. But I do believe that we are a sort of top 4 club in the league. So, the last few years have sort of proven that.
As a manager of an intermediate club, do you set targets before the start of the season?
I set targets in my head, and we would sort of have a chat with the players about what we would kind of expect, things that we want to do as a club, and how we sort of represent the league, both the league, the club, and the players that we'll have. But I don't want to say keep a lot of it in-house, but yeah, there's just wee things where we want to start to make a bit of an impact kind of outside the league and the cup competitions. That was our target last year, was to get a decent wee run in one of the external cup competitions.
We were unfortunate last year, you were unfortunate as manager, to lose a number of players with injuries, like Andy Miller, a bad injury, Andy Loughlin, the skipper, the dynamo in the midfield.
Absolutely, yeah.
How upsetting is that to the systems you play in? So
Massively. Them 2 guys that you just mentioned, along with others, but them 2 in particular, I mean, anybody knows that Andy Loughlin in particular, he would walk into any team in our league and probably the league above, and we lost him for 12 weeks. A lot of how we play sort of goes through Andy, and how Andy sort of, he's so dynamic that we sort of work off how Andy plays. So yeah, it was a big blow to lose him, and to lose him for such a length of time, but very, very impressed with how other boys sort of stepped up and filled the gap that he left.
and I believe Andy Loughlin, the man that he is looking great in training.
Oh, absolutely, aye. Yeah, the guy's just made a different stuff altogether. So he's come back chomping at the bit and raring to go, and yeah, look forward to another exciting season from him.
It's we were talking about injuries. It's not an excuse. It's a reason. But it's upsetting in our league, our
Yeah.
standard of football.
Yeah, yeah.
Because as you say, those two guys are, you know, very important.
Oh, massively so. The situation we have at our level is, you know, it's not like we're a championship team where, you know, you can maybe pay a few pound and whatever it may be, and not that players are motivated by money, but it allows you to build a bigger squad. It can be difficult to keep an intermediate squad of massive numbers. So a lot of what you do is built around the players that you have and the sort of shape you're going to play. And when you lose, and that's right through the spine. Andy Miller right in at centre back. Again, another warrior there who I would say would walk into any team in our League Two. And so you lose him centre back, you lose Andy Loughlin in the midfield. That's right through your spine.
Where's Andy Miller at? I believe he wasn't.
He's back doing he's back in work, but he's a wee bit of a distance away, I should say. Not that he had any setbacks. I think just when he sort of came back, when he came back and done his own sort of running and stuff like that, he was feeling okay. He sort of started to kick a bit of a ball, and you know, maybe he was a wee bit too sore for a couple of days after, and he was thinking of maybe a bit further away than he kind of thought and anticipated. But listen, Andy's worth waiting for, so he can take his time, whatever he needs to make sure he's 100% ready.
What about new players? You're obviously going to enlist a few.
I'm not going to give you any names until the dotted line is signed, but there's absolutely will not indeed. I've been in this game too long to know that can fall flat on its face very quickly. So yeah, there's probably about maybe 4 or 5 in contention. So yeah, exciting signings if we can get them over the line.
You finished the season, topsy-turvy season, as we were saying earlier, with 2 wins. You beat Dunloy and you beat Ballynure. That's a great lift to carry over.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. That was really important in the sense that we had went on a really good run. I think we'd won 5 in a row, and then listen, just no fault of the league, just the way the situation went. We ended up playing games Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. It's always going to take its impact or take its toll on the group. So we'd started to kind of lose a few players through injury, and we were borderline struggling to put a team on the pitch. Guys are out playing playing through injury and whatever. But it was important for me that we'd lost a few in that period of time, and then it was important for me that we sort of signed off the season on a bit of a high. So we were well worth them victories, and yeah, that was just as we were getting sort of people back on the mend again. So that set us up nicely for the beginning of the season coming.
So for the new season, you'll keep the good name of Wakehurst to the fore.
I'll do my absolute best, absolutely.